Mr. Marishige Shimizu, the President and Chief Executive Officer for Chugoku Electric Power Company Incorporated. Mr. Mr. Maeda Tadashi, the Chief Executive Officer for Japan Bank for International Cooperation. Mr. Koichi Sunematsu, the General Manager for International Project Development, Chugoku. The Attorney General and Minister for Economy, the EFL Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, officials from Chugoku Electric Power Company, the Japan Bank of International Cooperation, Sevens, EFL, and Fijian government. Mula vinaka, konnichiwa, and a very good afternoon to you all. I would like to warmly and formally welcome Sevens Pacific Limited, Sevens, to our shores. Sevens is a joint venture company established in Singapore, comprising of a partnership between the Japanese company Chugoku Electrical Power Company Limited and the Japan Bank of International Cooperation. Today, we celebrate the sale of 44% shares in Energy Fiji Limited to Sevens following the fulfillment of various terms and conditions. The significance of this milestone has been 10 years in the making for the Fijian government in our national effort to improve our state-owned companies. In this instance, EFL, to better serve the needs of the Fijian people. It was always the objective of the Fijian government to secure a strategic investor in EFL who will align Fiji's energy sector to international best practices and ensure the long-term development of robust renewable energy programs. I am happy to say that Chugoku Electric Power Company Limited is that strategic investor through Sevens. As one of Japan's largest utility companies, we are thrilled that Chugoku will be bringing their knowledge and technological expertise, particularly in renewable energy, to our shores. Despite the effects of climate change on an island nation like Fiji and the recent impact of COVID-19 on the Fijian economy and its people, we as a nation remain resilient and positive. This was demonstrated none more so than by the resourcefulness of the communities that were affected by the recent cyclones and the spirit of generosity by Fijians living here and abroad and business houses. It is that same spirit of resiliency that will drive the opportunity for the Fijian energy sector to harness clean renewable resources. EFL is already at the forefront in adopting renewable energy sources. In 2018, over 50% of the country's electricity was generated by EFL utilizing renewable sources. Now, with Chugoku, EFL will be further strengthening their operations and undertaking projects that will significantly expand their renewable energy sources to communities all over Fiji. This is in line with the Fijian government's vision to supply 100% of energy in Fiji from renewable sources by 2036. We would also like to welcome Japan Bank of International Cooperation to our shores, a policy-based financial institution that is fully owned by the Japanese government. Last year, we celebrated 50 years of Fiji-Japan diplomatic relations. The bond we share has strengthened over the years with cooperation across several areas. The Japanese government and Japanese people have supported Fiji not only on global platforms, but in our trying times. The Japan Bank of International Cooperation's affiliation in this project further solidifies our relationship with Japan. In October 2019, Fiji National Provident Fund, the FNPF, purchased 20% equity interest in EFL. FNPF has now joined the Fijian government in divesting shares, a total equity interest of 44% to Sevens. This is good news for FNPF members, as the shares held by FNPF have been divested at a competitive price and at an attractive rate of return. The government will remain as the majority shareholder, owning 51%, while 44% will be owned by Sevens and 5% by Fijian domestic account holders. As you know, nearly 40,000 Fijians are shareholders in EFL, who have so far received 7,283,400 shares in EFL, while a balance of 17,716,600 shares are currently held in the trust by Central Share Registry Limited for future EFL customers. Domestic account holders earning less than $30,000 received 250 shares, and those above that threshold received 150 shares. It will be an objective of the new EFL board to, in time to come, publicly list EFL on a very own South Pacific Stock Exchange. This will enable ordinary Fijians to participate in the trading of non-voting shares in the open market, to realize the true value of their shares, and further develop the Fijian capital market. Notwithstanding this divestment, you can rest assured that my government's initiative of rural electrification will continue. In fact, EFL will continue to facilitate these projects as part of their social obligation, which my government will continue to fund. The continued electrification of rural communities ensures that no Fijian is left behind. Sevens will assist the Fijian energy sector to transition away from its dependence on harmful fossil fuels towards clean energy sources. This transformation will be a shining beacon to the world, showcasing our dedication and commitment in revolutionizing our energy sector. It will pave the way for more investment and development by the private sector in clean energy. In this type of evolution, that will not only it is this type of evolution that will not only advance our economy, but support our fight against climate change. Before I conclude, I would like to thank the Attorney General and Minister for Economy, the staff of Ministry of Economy, our advisors, the chair of the EFL board and its directors, the CEO of EFL and management, and their advisors. And of course, I would like to thank the board of Chugoku Electric Power Company and the Japan Bank of International Cooperation for their vision and foresight, and indeed their faith and trust in the Fijian government and the Fijian people. I particularly thank Mr. Shimizu, the President and Chief Executive Officer for Chugoku, Mr. Tadashi, the Governor of the bank, Japanese bank, and Mr. Sunematsu, the General Manager, International Project Development at Chugoku, for your personal contribution in cementing this new era of Japanese and Fijian collaboration. This partnership, this collaboration will place EFL at an even greater heights, ushering in a new era of modernization and commercial success of the Fijian energy sector. Minaka arigato. Thank you.
The joint statement for all participants to watch. Thank you. Assigned statement. So first round is taken by the Fijian government. ちょっとさ 福田さんに電話してみてくれ。